Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 23, and the one thing we mainly need to do today is finish off our Road to Glory weekend league games. Because yeah, I've been covering it for a couple of episodes now, and I definitely just need to get to where I want to be by the end of this episode. If you are enjoying this series, and I know a lot of you are, I really appreciate your thumbs up and your support on the series. Hit me with a thumbs up button. Let's try to get 4,000 likes today. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click that notification bell so you don't miss an upload and you become part of the notification gang. So, you know what the squad is looking like at this point in time. If you've watched the last few episodes, you know how we're getting on in the weekend league. At this point in time, we are 9-4 or 9-3. I think 9-3 at this point in time. So it's time to move into some more games of the weekend league. And well, the first guy we come up against has quite a nice squad in Neymar, Mahrez, Fabinho, Son, Van Dijk. Like, yeah, there's some real solid players in there, and rightly so. He completely destroys me. Like, it took 29 minutes for the first goal to go in, but he does go 1-0 up, and it is Heung-min Son there. He's someone which I aspire to get on this game. He's way more expensive than I thought he would be this year, because he's still only 87 rated, right? Like, it's mad that he costs so much, but I guess he is one of the more perfect players for this game, so what more can you ask for? And Tanguy and Ndombele ends up scoring a couple of goals against me, and at half-time I'm 3-0 down, getting absolutely just obliterated. And this is actually the first game of the weekend league that I decide to pause and quit. And it wasn't necessarily like a super ragey thing. It was just like, let's move into the next one. I have lost this one. You know, you saw in the last episode that there was a guy that went 2-0 up on me instantly with a super team. I came back to win that game. It's because I could judge that guy wasn't maybe the greatest player. However, I was just going to end up losing like 5 or 6-0 against that guy. Let's not let it wind us up. Let's just literally move into the next game. So I go 1-0 down after 2 minutes of the next one, and I'm like, oh no, have I lost all my ability? Sissoko knocks it into Eden Hazard, and we score a nice, low-driven finish, something that I've not been doing a whole bunch of. We sort of hit that on the turn, and Hazard ends up getting us the equaliser. Sissoko then plays it through to Hazard again. I knock it across for the easy goal for Rashford. That was the smart thing to do. I think I probably could have taken one more touch with Hazard and then banged it near post with him, and it probably would have still gone in. But yeah, I mean, at that point, I just played it across to Rashford for the sweaty goal. He then gets a little rebound off the goalkeeper, but to be fair, he completely done me with the Benzema. His dribbling was quite good, this guy. I just somehow was managing to get that back post, that ball across the line. And then, you know, Rashford was there to tap it in once again, and it puts us 3-2 up. And this is like, there's not been that long in this game. We're only in the 25th minute now, and there's already been 5. Make that 6 goals in this game. 25 minutes, I'm 4-2 up. And I'm like, what is happening here? Why are the goalkeepers not saving anything? And how am I able to stick every single shot that I take into the back of the net? Second half then, he knocks it into Eden Hazard, who he brought on, I think, as a substitute. Probably the loan version that most people seem to have on their bench. And that gets him a goal back. But again, another one of those crosses. This time, he brought Hazard and stuff on. I decided to bring Van Dijk and Mo Salah on. And Salah whips it across, and it is Ousmane Dembele who ends up getting us the goal to restore our 2-goal lead. Then I give a penalty away. And I'm just like, 64 minutes on the clock. This guy's going to score here. He's then going to equalise, and I'm going to lose this game, and I'm going to be pissed. But he doesn't. He misses the penalty. We're able to see the game out, and there you go, 5-3. We get a win in what was a very close game. It just, the goalkeepers decided to really not do a whole bunch in that one. So that pushes us up to 10 wins. Now, we move on into another little session that I played, and the first game I come up against was this. And the team loads in slowly, and I'm like, who was that 89 striker? Oh, wait, it's an icon. Oh, wait, it's Hugo Sanchez. And I'm like, oh, sick. So, luckily, we end up going 1-0 up after 19 minutes. Hazard at the near post, once again proving that he is an absolute worldie of a player on this game. I do really love him, but I think it is nearly time to say goodbye. Hazard then pushes through again, hits it near post again. I'm guessing at some point in time the goalkeepers are probably going to be buffed at the near post, or like the shots at the near post are going to be a little bit nerfed. They seem to be a bit OP, right? Like that's not how real football works, shooting at the near post like that. So I would imagine that at some point in time maybe they'll be evened out a little bit, and then maybe the far post shooting might get a little bit of a buff. I don't know. But I give a sloppy penalty away. Hugo Sanchez steps up and ends up scoring a goal straight down the middle. I think he might have bluffed me with the way that he was going there. Either that or I just couldn't see past the mountains of hair that he has. But then once again, I brought on Salah to see this game out, and he made a great impact. Little heel click, and then, well, lovely finesse shot into the back of the net, and we are 3-1 up. And that gives us a nice little victory. And look how many shots both teams had in that game. Another pretty even match, and it was just the odd goal that ended up giving that victory to me. It could have gone either way, I suppose. So that's 11 wins. Now that's a guaranteed 2,000 weekend league points. Should everything else go awful, I can guarantee I can get myself back into the weekend league next weekend. So that's like operation number 1. Get to silver 1, and then we can push on from there. So, go into this next one. Hazard knocks it across, and then that, I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure I press shoot, but I think, like, I don't know if it would have registered me press and shoot with how quick that ball fizzed into Rashford, or whether or not that's like an AI finish. Because I remember last year, sometimes the AI would just finish it for you if it was in the perfect scenario. But yeah, Rashford scoring that goal there, just like on the turn and stuff, was crazy. And then I gift this guy a pretty easy goal after just basically passing the ball out to him, just being silly, making the bad moves, and we need to learn from that. We need to really learn how to clear our lines and get that ball to safety should we need to, should we be under pressure. And you can see what that does. You know, it turns the game around. I go 2-1 down. I've got to push on now to try and get back into this one. Now in the 86th minute, I was 2-1 down. We end up getting the very lucky bounce goal there with Bernardo Silva. 87 minutes on the clock, exactly, and we've just equalised. And then I pick the ball up again, I think, from this next section of play. Yeah, Goretzka knocks it to Ndombele, and look at this. I just bang it forward. His defenders just like part the seas for me, and Hazard and Salah is there to run through, chip the goalkeeper. I've turned the game around. I was 2-1 down in the 86th or 87th minute, and we've literally just turned the game around and won it before we even go to extra time. So I would imagine my opponent was pretty annoyed, but what did that for me was a change of custom tactics. I went into my custom tactics and I put everything on constant pressure, as high up the pitch as you could go, basically just all out attack, crazy mode, because I was 2-1 down and I needed to try and get back into this game. And then I left it on when we equalised, because I thought, you know what, there's a chance here that I could actually win the game. And it happened. So great win, and that brings us up to 12-4. So we're doing well. You know, I'm really happy with like a 3-1 win ratio. Then we go into this game right here. The guy's got Suarez, he's got Iñaki, he's got like a 4-3-1-2, which is a formation that has kind of destroyed me in the past. And I go 1-0 down to a solid finesse shot there from Luis Suarez. He's not got the most pace this year, but I can just imagine that his dribbling and the way that he finishes the ball would be top notch. And then, I mean, that's a top notch finish from Marcus Rashford, to be fair. Scooping round the defender, bursting away with the pace, and then hitting a green time banger past the goalkeeper at the far post, and that gets us back into this game. But this game was never really in my hands. Yeah, like I've experienced ever since the first few games, like the first 3 games that I played were outstanding. No like connection issues or anything whatsoever. And then literally ever since then, from Friday evening onwards, it has been a case of you really don't get to do what you want to do with your players simply because of the button delay. Now, it's more apparent when you play against someone that's good or that beats you, because every pass you take just doesn't go where you want it to go. And I got well and truly destroyed in that game. But I sat there thinking the whole time, why are my passes not going where I want them to go? Why are everyone taking an extra touch? And I think you do that a little bit more when you're stressed out and you're losing. But it is apparent nonetheless. I've come away from games winning where I'm just like, I am so annoyed. I am not enjoying this whatsoever. I got a lucky win. I couldn't pass where I wanted to go. I couldn't do the skill moves that I wanted to do. And it's very, very frustrating. I so hope that gets addressed and sorted at some point real soon, because this could be a stressful place to be the weekend league going forwards if that doesn't happen. The overall just input delay, we can't all be experiencing just some sort of like we can't all be making it up, right? Like I feel like everyone's saying it, and yeah, it's a great excuse if you lose a game to say, yeah, there was input delay. But like in general, I'm pretty sure that we're all kind of feeling it. And I know the difference now. After playing over 100 games so far on FIFA 20, and especially those first few games in the weekend league where I was dribbling perfectly and my passes were pinpoint accurate, I could do skills and stuff. It just is night and day, like, to the difference between how it can feel. So I just hope and pray that maybe it's just a load thing, maybe too many people on the servers, like loads of people, it's very popular, it's the start of a new game. I don't know, you just got to hope something gets done, something gets sorted, because it's not the most fun place to be anyway, is it? Now, this game right here, I go 1-0 up early with Hazard and I knock it into Rashford. That's the smart play. I don't know what happens with what Rashford actually does. He decides to leave it instead of taking it into his stride. Hits the post, but then Usman is there to finish up. Hazard's away from the defenders once again. Obviously, I'm going to smack that one at the near post. If I had more confidence in my shooting, I would love to hit a finesse shot and have him open up his body and then whip it around the goalkeeper into the top of the net. But I just don't feel like that is as viable of an option as it is to smack it near post right now. So that's exactly what I did. So we're 3-0 up in this game and cruising, playing really well. Again, I don't think it was the smoothest of games. You saw like the way that Rashford didn't take the touch for the second goal. Like things weren't quite going my way. But I guess we came up against an opponent whose formation and tactics maybe just didn't counteract very well with mine. Maybe I was just a slightly higher skill level of a player than him. But yeah, still not the most smooth of things, but we get a 4-0 victory. So at least you come out of it feeling somewhat happy because you've not conceded and you've scored a bunch of goals. Next game, I'm nervous about this one because this guy, you know, we're at a fairly decent form right now. When we're like, what is it, 13-4, 13-5? I don't know what we're at, but we're at like +7 or +8 in terms of form. So we're probably going to start to come up against people of a similar nature, people that are doing quite well. And this guy's team wasn't like the craziest, but look at the dribbling there from Lucas. I just get demolished. What an absolute beautiful bit of dribbling that was. I don't know how he's able to pull that off, but yeah, he ends up getting the goal. We end up, I think, getting super lucky, getting a penalty. Yeah, like the amount of times I was spamming shoot for Hazard to hit that, and he just doesn't hit it, is another sort of factor as to what's going on. But we end up getting lucky and getting a penalty, scoring the penalty. So we're 2-1 up now. We just got to hold on to this one, but literally from kickoff. He picks the ball up. Lucas just heel clicks past my defender, and that's a great strike. Lucas is without doubt one of the better starter players on this game. I know he cost 55k or something, but he is without doubt one of the best players on this game. Just for what the game is right now, he fits the mold perfectly. And then it goes all the way to extra time. I end up conceding in the 118th minute. Very, very sad scenes, especially when I thought I did well enough to beat this guy. But it was a close one, and we've had games which have gone our way. We need to take games which are going to go against us. So I just felt a little bit like, was I rigged? No, we take the loss, we move on, and we go into the next game. This guy's got Kane, he's got Pukki, he's got Felipe Anderson, Pepe, some nice players from the Prem there, and he could obviously do damage if he's a solid player. But we knocked the ball through, and that's some actual quick one-touch passing play that we were able to make happen there with Marcus Rashford. We get the goal, we're 1-0 up, and then it's just a case of trying to defend against this guy, and he knocks it inside. And I feel like I can't defend when the ball gets in the box like that. The ability to turn from a striker is just so much better than those of the defenders because of the agility and stuff, that I just, yeah, like I ended up, I mean, well, we get out on the other end and we get a very, very lucky goal, but so be it. As much as I can't defend when I'm in the box, I guess my opponent's probably also going to struggle when they're when I'm in their box, right? And then I gift a penalty to him. I go the right way. I don't see why that shouldn't be a save. Like, what more can I do? But hey, a good penalty from Kane, I guess, to make it 2-2. And then I think I'm about to lose this game, right? Because he just knocks it through to Felipe Anderson. And I get the save off of Oblak, and I'm pretty sure I moved the keeper in the right way. But it still goes in the back of the net. And I'm just like, I am getting rigged. What is happening here? I'm stressed out as anything. But Salah knocks it across, and we get that equaliser straight off of kickoff to at least push this game to extra time. Now, in extra time, he knocks it through to Salah. I think I make a challenge, or no, it goes straight through my legs. Brilliant. Yeah, we get hit by Marlon, who is a crazy super sub to have. And then I make a tackle, it falls straight to Marlon again. Ramos can't quite get there, Van Dijk can't quite get there. Somehow the shot goes past my goalkeeper. I'm 5-3 down, and then at this point, I'm literally not even playing. My cursor is way up the pitch. I was so stressed out. I was just like, these last two losses, both in like extra time, both I could have won the games, and then I didn't. It just ruined me. It ruined my confidence. I wanted to get this final win done and then not play anymore. That's exactly where we got up to in our mental state of playing the weekend league. A couple of extra time losses in a row will do that to a person, I'm pretty sure. So I took a long break. I couldn't go straight back into another game, especially after those two. I literally went and edited for a bit. Because like it's so bad to just go into a game when you've been on a losing streak, or especially when you're like triggered and stuff. So coming back into this one kind of fresh, like hit the inside of the post there with Rashford, but somehow I score a header from the cross. Headers aren't really a thing, but I managed to score one. It was the weakest header you've ever seen, but we end up getting the goal, and I'm 2-0 up, and I'm like, I really can't let this one go. I need to get the victory here just so that I can get my 14 wins, and then stop playing the weekend league, focus on getting my squad battles rewards done, because I hadn't played squad battles at all, and we go 3-0 up early in the second half. So it's just like, finally, we get our way to 14 wins. 14-7 in the end, boys. And that's where we're going to end the weekend league for week number 1. There are going to be weeks where hopefully I play on a little bit further. But obviously, it'll be nice to test the waters for gold free and see if that's still kind of OP this year. I'm pretty sure in our first weekend league rewards last year, we got nothing from the Reds from gold 3. But we got Mbappe in a pack. Now imagine if we can recreate that. That would be quite nice. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, like it's been an experience. Like some of the games have been fun, especially right at the start. That was genuinely so smooth, and I loved the gameplay. And then since then, it's been a little bit ropes. It's been a little bit ropey, but you know what? Hazard with his 67 goals and 50-something assists in 79 games. What an absolute beast he's been. It is probably going to be saying goodbye time to him tomorrow. And for now, I think what we're going to probably do is list up Bernardo Silva, someone that I don't see myself using again right now because Usman's come back into the fold, and Dembouz is actually a pretty good player. And I was just maybe using him a little bit wrong and stuff. So yeah, the squad will probably take a slightly different turn into the next episode, because we're going to obviously have a fair amount of coins if we do sell Eden Hazard. Bernardo Silva listed up for 32,000 coins. I believe he does sell for that in a moment as well. We're going to say goodbye to a few other players. If we list Hazard and we've got bigger intentions, then we are going to have to sell some other players as well. I'm sure you can just take a little look at the squad and figure out who those players might be. Yeah, we'll make some adjustments hopefully for the next episode so that we've got something new to work with and see what we can do. Overall players that are great. Hazard was fantastic. Lenglet, absolutely outstanding as well. Sissoko, beast. Lucas Moura, great. And then Rashford, like, he's got a good player bio, but I am still on the fence about him. I might switch him up for somebody this week as well. I don't know who would be a better option for the price range that he's in. But we'll maybe try something, see what we can get done. That's going to wrap up the episode for today, boys. Do me a massive favour, will you? Hit that thumbs up button. Keep supporting this series. It means the world to me, and the fact that we are still getting like trending every day on these videos is absolutely astonishing. I thank you so much. Come follow me on Insta, Twitter. The links are down below. They're on screen right now. It'd be cool for you guys to come follow me over there for little extra bits of the road to glory that you maybe wouldn't see in videos, and little sneak peeks and stuff like that. Most importantly, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.